about to leave. Already packing, come with me. I'm not really...
Hello friends and enemies, welcome back to Happy For Now. It's me, Isabel, here with a fun reading vlog this week. So I decided to do another Reading the Trope. I haven't done one since sometime last year. I honestly don't remember. It's been a while. Q1 of like 2021 was just chaos. So I was just trying to make content when I could, which meant like not doing a themed reading vlog necessarily like this. So I decided to bring it back. I am planning to try and alternate these every other month with my booktuber picks, my TBRs. So next month we will have a booktuber pick, and then the following month we'll do one of these. So if you have a trope you want me to do, let me know in the comments. Also, I kind of throw in my like 24-hour ones in there too. It's a whole thing. I love a themed vlog. That's the problem. I really love a themed vlog, but this month I really want to try Enemies to Lovers because it's a trope that either hits really well for me or I hate it. So let's find out how that went, and I'll see you back here in just a little bit. I wanted to come update you on 3 simple rules, which I started last night and I'm almost done with. We'll be done with it very quickly. I'm really liking it, by Nikki Sloane. So I'm gonna call those rivals to lovers, less enemies to lovers, because they are co-workers, and then he ends up being her boss. She doesn't know that he was interested in her in any capacity, and then she decides to sell herself to like do some sex work at this club that's really neat. You're blindfolded and people come in and like make bids on you basically to do things with you depending on what you've agreed to, and you have like a person there as your salesperson basically. It's really hot. This is definitely erotic romance. This is not tame or anything like that, which is not surprising having read Nikki Sloane before, but it's really good, y'all. Really good. I'm really loving it. I think it's gonna be a solid 4, but I really thought it was like more enemies to lovers than it is, and it moves very quickly out of that territory, which I'm enjoying. But this, I may have fucked up when I picked this one a little bit, but you know, we're rolling with it because I really like it, and I didn't want to put it down when I felt like the enemies part kind of vanished after about 20%, maybe 25, I feel like. So I was just like, meh, we're gonna keep reading this. I really like it. So yeah, I'm hoping to finish that up tonight and then start my next pick for this vlog. But whew, Nikki Sloane, she does it like nobody else. She's like Katie Robert, just like on it with the smut and the steam. This could ick some people out again because it is a co-worker situation slash boss employee, but I'm okay with it in my books, depending on the job. I will say it's been interesting because I work in graphic design, and that has been interesting because I used to be a project manager in a marketing agency environment, so it was very fun like reading the critique stuff and certain things about it, and I was like, yeah, okay, I've been through this. Like our boss, the director, like, you know, would have his critiques, as they do, of course. It's just really interesting to read that in a book and feel like it wasn't like badly done. Also loving the Chicago setting. It's very atmospheric. Like she's not atmospheric, she's really nailed the Chicago setting. It's apparent she has lived in Chicago or been there more than once at the very least, so that has also been really good. I'll update you later when I have more thoughts, but so far I really like this one, and I'm just surprised because it definitely had a lot of things I thought maybe I wouldn't like about it, but here we are. Hello, it's Monday. I spent most of my morning and last night, I didn't want to go to bed because I was enjoying this audiobook so much, so I want to tell you about it real quick because it is another enemies to lovers, of course, because that's what this vlog is. But I am now, let's see, click. I'm 51% through Nobody's Baby But Mine by Susan Elizabeth Phillips, who I've never read before, and my understanding is she's a classic 90s romance author. I don't know if she's still writing or not. I did not look into that yet. And y'all, this book has this full banana pants setup. So Jane, our heroine, our main character, she is like 34. She wants to have a baby. She doesn't want to have a baby with anybody too smart because she's a physicist and she like skips school and all this stuff, right? So she hooks up with this football player who she's convinced is dumb because he's Southern and there's no way he can be smart. And it turns out he was a valedictorian, whatever. the fuck? He is all this shit at college. He's very smart and she's mad. And then she talks about how like she shouldn't have bought into the Southern stereotypes, and I was like, that's right, you should not judge people on how they talk, because she was like, but you said 8 when I met you. And like, I don't know about y'all, but where I live and where I have lived in the South, the range of accents and words that we use are varied. And you cannot judge someone on that, because I personally lived below the gnat line in Georgia and people talked without moving their mouths, and that was a talent in and of itself, along with the fact that like I started saying fixin' because I was around people who are from parts of Georgia where they say fixin'. I don't really say fixin' anymore, thank goodness. I unlearned it. But I'm just saying, like, if you put me and Tamika in a room from Library Tomes, my Southern's gonna kick up. Like, it's just gonna happen. Because that's what happens when I'm around people that have Southern accents. Like, ours all kick up into a storm of, well, honestly, just banana pants Southernness. It's great. I love it here. But yeah, like, you know, I enjoyed that moment of like, oh, I have to self-reflect on the fact that I just assume all Southerners are dumb. And I love when that happens in books. And for something from 1997, that's surprisingly like good. I will say, like, obviously this whole setup is freaking awful. Not okay in any capacity. But do I love this book? Yes. Yes, I do. I am living for this book. Like, literally living for it. So there's that. I also read 3 volumes of a manga I decided to include as a bonus because it's an enemies to lovers manga. It's called Something's Wrong With Us. This is a manga that follows a girl who ends up marrying the boy who framed her mom for the murder of his father. Did he commit the murder? We don't know yet, but his dad died. He called out who murdered her, said it was her mom. Her mom went to jail. Her mom passed away. He runs into her, like, she's this famed sweets maker, and he's like, marry me so I don't have to marry this other girl. She said yes. He doesn't know who she is. It's bananas. This is like a solid 4.5 star read. Total banana pants. Also, such a good enemies to lovers setup because, like, boy, they should not like each other at all. Ooh, but they definitely like had childhood crushes on each other, but adult them should not. No, absolutely not. So I'm through 3 volumes. I'm hoping for my order to show up soon from Right Stuff so I can read the rest and get caught up. But you want an enemies to lovers manga? This one is it. I'm going to go read some Nikki Sloane before dinner, and I will update you in a little bit when I finish that up, hopefully, and start my next and maybe finish my next enemies to lovers book. I'm excited. So I just finished 3 Simple Rules by Nikki Sloane, and it's killing me that I can't just continue on. So we do end in a cliffhanger, but I want to say that this is one of the best steamy books I've read recently because the steam is off the charts. It's so hot. It's such a good setup. It is definitely enemies to lovers. We do have some misunderstandings and stuff around that, of course. But the enemies to lovers part is like this much of the story. A lot of it really turns into a workplace romance, I would call it, and like figuring out how to be together in that situation. But oh my gosh, y'all, it's so good. It's so good. It is so good. I love this book. I love this book so much. And I just love Nikki Sloane. I just think when I want that kind of smutty hit and I don't want to read like Jessica and like I want something longer, this is it. Nikki Sloane is it. If you haven't read this yet, it is free, and there is like a box set of the first 3 books, which is actually what I bought. I got it for free and then I bought the box set because I figured that's the cheapest way to get the first 3 in the series. And I love, love, love the setup. I love it so much. So I'm going to start reading Monster by Jessica Gaziella, Heather's favorite from HEA Booktubes, as my next enemies to lovers. I know nothing about it besides that, like, she's a hacker. That's all I got. So I'm gonna start that, and I will be finishing Nobody's Baby But Mine very soon as well. Sorry the lighting's a little off. We're like entering twilight here, so I feel like everything's just a little off balance as far as lighting goes. Okay, so I did my skincare. I'm in bed. And I just want to say, I've got my pork. As always, I'm 67% through Nobody's Baby But Mine, and I needed to just share an update about this book. First of all, I don't know who I rec this to, okay, because it's a lot. It's high on the problem scale, but she pulls a prank on him, kind of like a punishment, and I was rolling. And the thing is like, it felt valid because like he fucked up and he was really shitty to her the night before, and she said, you know what, fuck you, I'm gonna ruin your morning. And that's what she did, and I loved that. Like, it was perfect, right? Whereas like when I read You Deserve Each Other, I just felt like y'all are getting married to communicate. Like, there was no reason for them not to be communicating. Whereas with Nobody's Baby But Mine, you're like, of course they're not communicating, because this is like their enemies to like rivals, friend rivals, kind of, and slowly coming together. And Cal is just so funny. Also, it cracked me up because he's a quarterback, of course, and they're like, he doesn't weigh more than 190 pounds. No quarterback is under 200 pounds. Like, most football players, unless they're a kicker, are well over 200 pounds. And it just cracks me up because I feel like people don't understand weight on bodies, and I find it very amusing, because I just think people are so off on it, because we're just told these weird numbers, like they're this height and this weight, and we just think like, oh yeah, that's normal. And it's like, no, there's a whole range and a variety and a cornucopia of body sizes and weight distributions. But yeah, I just was like, I don't think he weighs that much. Like, I think he probably weighs more than that. Maybe I'm wrong, but something about it tells me I'm not probably wrong. Then I was like, do footballers lie about their weight on those card pop-ups? I don't know. But I'm gonna lay down. Good morning. I finished Nobody's Baby But Mine last night. And y'all, that book was everything. Holy crap. So to me, this book was like the perfect enemies to lovers situation. Their like dislike worked really well. Like, they both took turns kind of being the bad one. And it felt like, unlike You Deserve Each Other, which I did not like, it felt like a book that hinged on them both being in the bad place together, like alternating, and like a lack of, it was lack of communication, but also like, you know, having to get over what and why happened. Content warning for like a traumatic birth situation, but it was so fun, and it felt actually like a rom-com, which I don't think very many books I've read that are rom-coms feel like rom-coms. I don't know what that hair is doing right here. What is happening? I literally just woke up, but yeah, I don't feel like a lot of them actually feel like rom-coms, which is a whole other issue. That label just gets slapped on everything and it's not accurate. Peas. No. I gave 5 stars. It blew my mind. I think my caveat here, obviously, is I don't think this book will work for everyone. And I don't know that I can rec it to everyone, even though I gave it 5 stars. Because I do think the setup, the premise is a lot. I think it's banana pants. And I think if you want a banana pants rom-com that has things that the author isn't by no means saying this is okay, and also like we get to see them, they both do bad things, if that makes sense, and we get to watch them redeem themselves, and have a great supporting cast. The only thing I didn't love, but I didn't hate, it kind of mirrored their relationship in a way, was there's like a secondary romance with his parents who are separated. Okay, I'll stop. Who are separated, and we get to watch, oh my god, okay. We get to watch them fall back in love kind of, and it was kind of cute and fun. I really loved his grandma in this book, and his mom was amazing, and we got to see Jane really find a family and figure out what she wanted. It was just so good. It was so good. Very much a rom-com. Very like very dramatic. So I am going to go pet peeves because we just woke up, and this is what she does in the mornings. She needs love and attention. I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna go make coffee, and I'm gonna start my next book. Yeah, oh, this is so good. But again, I don't recommend it to everyone. I think you need to go in really open-minded about it, that it's going to have like some things that you're going to be like, what the fuck, too, but also know that like it's okay because it's gonna work out, and it works out in a really nice way. Okay, so I started my next book, which was Careless Whispers by Cynthia Williams. This is book 3 in her Jackson Falls series. It's about a family. It's very soap opera-y. Sorry, my hair's a mess. I'm about to work out, so I wanted to like hop on here and let you know my progress today and what I'm thinking so far. This one is the epitome of a prickly heroine, and I got this rec from Beautifully Bookish Bethany, so thank you, Bethany. And I totally know why she loves this, but it is a great enemies to lovers. So our heroine, crap, what's her name? Elena, our heroine, ends a like shitty one-night stand relationship situation, and then her enemy that she's declared her enemy for whatever reason, Alex, ends up accidentally getting her fired from her position as the CEO of the family company, and it's a whole thing. And then they start hooking up. At one point they're trapped in a closet together, and that's been great, and he seems like such a sweet guy, and he doesn't really want to be in this rivalry with her, to be honest, but he's like, whatever, she's just gonna believe what she's gonna believe, like no matter what I tell her. So that has also been interesting. But yeah, I really like it, and I tried to listen to the first book in this series a while ago, and I just never got around to it. So I'm glad I'm reading the third one now, and can maybe at some point circle back around. But I'm gonna go work out, and I will update you in a little bit when I finish this, because I only have an hour and 54 minutes left, which means I will finish it today, and I gotta finish 2 more for this vlog. Oh no. Anyways, that's fine, we got this. I will talk to y'all soon. Good morning. Okay, so it's the last day of this vlog. It's Wednesday. I have to finish these books by like 6 o'clock tonight. I did just finish Careless Whispers by Cynthia Williams. This is a great older main character, prickly heroine, enemies to lovers. She does not like Alex at all, and they like slowly come together, and it honestly, like, my heart was in my throat like at the end of this book because of how unintentionally terrible her father is, and I really enjoyed it. Like, this was great. If you want like a soap opera-y romance, this book is great, and I need to go back through and read the rest of the series like ASAP because it was so good. I ended up rating Careless Whispers 5 out of 5 stars. I definitely recommend this one if you want a soap opera enemies to lovers situation with a lot of like politics and drama, and I loved it. Oh my god, it was so good, y'all. So good. So the next thing I did was put my final audiobook choice to a poll. These were the options. I'm gonna just pop them up on the screen. I had 4 books I was torn between, and then Deal with the Devil by Kit Rochelle won, which is a book I've been meaning to read for frickin' ever. I think sometime, like, I might do a vlog where we do like y'all vote on my TBR maybe situation. That could be fun. Let me know. But yeah, so I'm gonna start Deal with the Devil. This is supposed to be like enemies to frenemies to lovers. I don't know. It came up on a list. Fingers crossed it's actually enemies to lovers. This part always stresses me out because I'm like, what if I pick a book and it's not that? But this is a dystopian about mercenary librarians, which I love the premise of. So of course I'm hyped to read it. I've been wanting to read it since it came out last year. I just wasn't in the mood during the whole personal pan pizza situation that at that time to read a dystopian, but now I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. So we are going to dive in to Deal with the Devil. I'm gonna go to Aldi. I gotta go get some groceries, and yeah, I will talk to y'all very, very soon and tell you about this book once I get further in or finish it, because who knows. And I've read more of Jessica Gadziella's Monster, and I'm really, really liking it. Sorry for the noise outside. There's like a landscaping truck or something spraying stuff. But I'm further into Monster, and I'm really liking it. We finally hit the point in which the story and plot is going to propel you like forward very quickly, I feel like. So I'm sure I'll be able to read that with no time, in like no time at all today. I will catch y'all very, very soon. The same spot. I feel like I was in my desk chair a lot for these updates, but here we are. I just finished Deal with the Devil by Kit Rocha. I went to go grab the book because I realized I actually own it. So here it is. I own it. I got a copy from the Bodice when it came out. Oh, that's cool. It has like a map in it. Gotta love that. I love when books have maps. So hold on. Here's the map. In my face. So yeah, I read not the back of the book, the front of the book as well. I read Deal with the Devil. This was the one that my Twitter poll won. Obviously, this is the last book of this vlog. I will talk about that in a minute. I give this 3 stars, maybe 3.5. Is it badly written? No. Is it as engaging as like Kit Rocha's Beyond series? No. Perhaps because there's not enough boning. I'm really not sure. That may be the case. There may not be enough boning for me in this. If you've read the Beyond series, you understand what I'm saying. But yeah, so I finished this just now. I listened to it on audio. I really liked it. I've decided to call this vlog, but I'm gonna go do my makeup and come close this, so. All right. So obviously I'm ending this before I finish Monster by Jessica Gadziella, which I am enjoying, but I realized that like I didn't want to like force myself to finish it quickly and then be in a position where I didn't like it as much, because I was like making myself read it faster so I could be done with it for this video, because spoiler alert, I'm editing this the night before it goes out because the week got away from me is the best way I can put it. But I did actually read over 5 books if we count each volume of manga, and if we count the manga as one, I already hit 5 books for this challenge. So let's talk about enemies to lovers. I think for me, the conceit of why they're enemies is so key in this situation. So in 3 Simple Rules, their workplace rivals distaste boss employee situation, which works really well actually, surprisingly. And the reason she doesn't like him is he's kind of a dick at work. So it makes sense. Like, they're not quite full-blown enemies, but it works. And then Nobody's Baby But Mine, of course they're enemies. The whole setup is banana pants. And for them both to not alternate being each other's enemies / being equal parts enemies would be wild. It also, I think, delivered on the you deserve each other prank setup in a way that worked for me that didn't work in You Deserve Each Other. Or Careless Whispers, where she just feels like Alex is her dad's favorite and she's, you know, out here just trying to be the best Elena she can be. You know, that enemies to lovers setup there was really strong. And then in Deal with the Devil, the enemies to lovers setup was just that he was like a mercenary sent to go get her to figure and fix this situation in exchange for another person. And then Something's Wrong with Us, he framed her mom for a murder. We're still gonna find out what happened with that murder. I'm not there yet. I'm waiting for more volumes to show up, but definitely makes sense. Like, most of these to me had makes sense reasoning, and it worked because that reasoning really was held firm in the plot of the story. When it's just like we're enemies and then on page 10 we're boning, it doesn't work. As much as I love a book like that, it doesn't always work as an enemies to lovers setup for me. A lot of these bordered on rivals to lovers more than enemies to lovers, but I feel like they sit in like the same pool. It's a Venn diagram and there's a lot of overlap. So yeah, I had a good time reading all these. I found some new favorites, definitely. I definitely can see myself recommending quite a few of these that I read. I do think the hardest one to recommend to people is going to be Nobody's Baby But Mine, because it is from 1997 and there's some definitely dated things in there. But boy, I walked away from that one straight smitten and ready to read more from that author, from Susanna Elizabeth Phillips, because I've never read her before, and it just gave me exactly what I wanted out of an enemies to lovers. I definitely also want to read more of Something's Wrong with Us. I probably won't continue the new Kit Roche's series unless I see like bomb reviews for the second book. I saw a lot of mixed reviews amongst my friends and I came out at a 3-star and thought, eh. And I will for sure be reading the next Nikki Sloane book in another reading vlog, as well as finishing Jessica Gazziella's Monster, because I really, really liked it. So if you made it this far, drop an angry face emoji in the comments, because like I feel like that's very enemies to lovers. And let me know your favorite enemies to lovers book, or what trope you want me to do next. And if you see a trope you like, hit the like button, so if it gets the most votes, that'll be the one I go with. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, watching this vlog. I hope you had a great time. I will link to all those books in the description box, as well as links of anywhere you can be my friend on the internet. I will talk to y'all in just a few days. Bye.
Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.